All right, guys, we're gonna be live streaming. So if you're watching this on the replay, we're gonna give ourselves a few minutes to let everyone come in. Kind of just a. It's been a while since we've been here. It's been 4 days. That's right. So we're gonna give people time to jump in. I'm gonna welcome everyone as they join in. Hopefully, YouTube sends out the notification. That would be very nice. All right, cool. Shows we are live here on YouTube. And hopefully we do get people to, hey, what's going on there, Big D? What's going on? Big D, man, what's up? Let me know as you guys come in. Ernie, Dame, Mikhail, welcome everyone, man. Yes, win retirement, let's go. Thank you all for joining in, man. I felt like I needed to come out here and do a live stream because it's been a few days since your boy has been hey, welcome in, Marco. Cook the Copa, welcome in. Egan, Carlos, Daddy-O. Let's bring out the. I know, man. I've been saying this for a while. I got to go get a bottle of Mad Dog, man. And we may have to do a live stream on the weekend so that way I can take a little Mad Dog with you guys. That's right. Welcome in, everyone, man. All right. Mark, let's go. Dylan, just sub. Hell yeah, man. Welcome to the channel, man. We've been covering metamaterials pretty much since the beginning, man. Welcome in, CC. All right, guys. So first, I just want to say, if you look down here, and you guys know, man, if you're a regular, I'm usually posting daily, if not daily, every other day. But it was a holiday weekend, and we just had things going on with family and friends. I was still keeping up with the John Berta tweets coming out. I was really excited, and I was watching everyone's videos, like Allie from Trading Secrets, Roller Pigeon, Smokey touched base on it, and then we got Market Moves, Tony covered it, and I felt they all did a fantastic job in covering everything, so there wasn't really much more that I could add to it except my personal opinion of it. So that is what this live stream is going to be for. We are going to go over the metamaterials price action today. We're going to cover the Fintel information. We're going to look at the oil prices, and we're going to go over the John Berta tweets and the George tweets in this live stream. So that's what I want to accomplish in today's live stream and be able to talk to you guys, man. That's what I wanted to do. So that's where I've been. Let's see. Friday, I took kind of a relaxed day. I think that video was on Friday I did. But the metamaterial $28 price target, which we'll have to check if that's still on Yahoo Finance. Bobby has a question. What broker platform sells MMTLP besides TradeStation? I heard, of course, he said not TradeStation because I use TradeStation currently. Fidelity, I've heard. I have bought from Fidelity in the past, but Fidelity has currently stopped. I think you can't even buy no more. People said they call Fidelity and you can't even buy anymore. So Fidelity has stopped. I believe Charles Schwab you can buy, and JP Morgan, I believe JP Morgan is what Roller Pigeon uses, and I've heard people using Charles Schwab. So if anyone else can leave comments down below for Bobby to comment where they buy their MMTLP, that will help out a lot. We got E-Trade down there. Tom says he buys at E-Trade. Barry makes a good point real quick. How come Voltron is so hateful? Man, I don't know, man. I blocked, let's just put it this way. I blocked them long ago. I blocked that stuff back before MMTLP was almost even a thing. I blocked the main one back, and TRCH, man, I blocked them back in that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, TD Ameritrade as well. That's what I'm saying, man. If you don't want to see the FUD, the hate, just block them. It's easy. That's what I do. Block, block, block. That's all you got to do. Okay, so thank you to everyone joining. We got Southeastern Pressure in here as well. Big Money Mike. All right. Quest Trade. Ernie's asking if anyone bought on Fidelity recently. Anyone comment down below if they were able to call in and buy through Fidelity. But like I said, I gave up when they were still actually letting you buy. But it was taking over an hour. I'd spend a half hour on my lunch break on the phone trying to buy. I just don't got time for that. So I heard people was buying on TradeStation. I created my account and I've been buying a little bit. As you see, I posted on Twitter. I bought like 70 shares or something like that. You know, I'm just buying in what I can, guys. So it is what it is. So we buy in what we can. We're all not rich out there. We just buy what we can. There's so many hot deals in the market that you want to diversify your portfolio. Yeah, I agree, Barry, man. I think so all right, let's get into some of the stuff I got for you in today, because I got to provide you all with some information. But we're also going to keep up with what everyone is commenting down below as well, because it's been a while and I wanted to catch up with my future meta millionaires. That's right. All right. Welcome in, Steve, Mark. Steve, what's going on, man? All right. So let's go here and take a look at some of the stuff we got today. First order of business. Hey, we got Jenny in the house. What's going on, Jenny? Hey, Terry, do you think the S1 will come out within the next few weeks? Well, my personal thought is George has made it clear that they want this finalized before that August 30th date or August 31st date, I think August 30th date, because of the Canadian retirement account. So something's going to happen here soon. Everything has to be switched out of, I'm saying MMTLP needs to go bye-bye and be Oilco before that August 30th date. So that way those people, the Canadian shareholders, are not forced to sell their MMTLP. So I think MMTLP, in my prediction, will be gone before that August 30th date. So I'm really hoping we do hear something soon. And we got Winston in the house. Winston Electrical, thank you, buddy. Winston is a great member of the Patreon group. Thank you, man. You've been a supporter for a long time. All right. So let's get in here. Check this out today. METATERRY is up almost 20 freaking percent. Are you kidding me? That is amazing to see. I was watching the other Meta today get destroyed. How ironic is that? Actually, I want to pull that up. Meta stock Yahoo Finance, because I don't know what happened with this other Meta, but Meta Facebook stole our ticker, and this is what they get. They get destroyed today in the market for whatever reason is. So Facebook getting destroyed over 4% today, while I was looking at my watch list, and a lot of the big tech was actually doing very good. Like Shopify was up 3%. Amazon, Apple, Google, they were all up. What was it? Drawing a blank here. PayPal was basically break even. They might have been red a little bit, but this one here was kind of shocking. When a lot of big tech was doing good, Meta, Facebook was going down. So I don't know if this was insider selling or what the deal was, but something very interesting here that Meta, Facebook is going down. But the true Meta went up almost 20% today. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. You steal our ticker, you get destroyed in the market, because we should have been actually Meta ticker on there. But anyway, back to this here. They are still showing our 1 year target price at $28.10. They have not changed it, so I'm assuming it must not be an error. That was the last video I did back here 4 days ago. You could see we covered the MMAT price target, $28.10, according to the analyst here on Yahoo Finance. So I'm pleased to see that we still have that price target up there. I would like to know the analyst that did it. Unfortunately, Yahoo Finance does not really tell us who the analysts are, but it does give the 3 breakdown of the analyst price targets. But here you can see the volume today. We beat volume, which is great. Average volume is 4.29 million, and we traded over 6.37 million. So we beat it over by 2 million in volume, man. That is exciting to see. Yes. And everyone, if you're here, please smash the like button. Please leave a comment. It really helps out. Thank you, Barry, for that, man. I'm going to pin your comment, brother. Thank you so much. All right, I got a quick comment here. Kevin Biller says, hey, Terry, how are you doing? Man, I'm doing great. Thank you. I hope you're doing well, good as well. Do you think the price increase in MMTLP was due to people buying the wrong MMAT stock? Though it could be possible after MMAT's newest acquisition. You know, I don't think so, because people know if you're a diehard, I don't know. I don't know if you mean like the Meta stock for Facebook, or you mean if they're buying Meta or MMTLP, because they both went up pretty fantastic today. I think this could be shorts buying in. This could be, I don't know if this is retail. Maybe it was retail, but you're talking where the market sentiment is very, very low right now. And there's only like 20% of investors that are bullish in the next 6 months. So I don't know. I mean, for the stock to go up, someone knows something. Let's put it that way. Someone knows something. And we got a comment here from Tim Casey. Just logging on, Terry. Did the MD 2020 make an appearance today? Unfortunately, no, it did not. I'm going to have to get one, man. I'm going to have to go get me a bottle of the MD 2020 for you guys. I've been saying that for a long while, but I need to go get one. MO says, will Oilco be private? Yes, it will. Oilco will be private until sold. So they will not have a chance to short the stock. So that makes me very happy to know. And we're going to cover that as we get into these John Berta tweets later on. So great to see here. METATERRY still holding $28 price target. We beat about 2 million in volume. I'm happy to see that. Look over here. MMTLP today up 21%. Now, that is very interesting. We cover the volume a lot. And today it over doubled the average volume. So average volume is 358,000. And today traded 771,000 shares. Now, I've gave my theory on MMTLP for a long time now, and I just want to reiterate my theory. People said, if the dividend is projected to be, let's say, $29 to $46, as Roller Pigeon says, if the dividend is supposed to be $29, why is it trading at $1.55? Well, I'm going to tell you why, and this is my personal opinion. Take it for what it's worth. The people that are short Torch, the people that are short MMTLP, the people that are short that Torchlight, they do not want to draw attention to this stock. That's why they had so many shares to make this tradable. As you see, as those shares are getting bought up by retail, they took it away from Fidelity. They take it away from other brokerages, but they're still letting you sell your shares. They take away the buy button, but they let you sell your shares. So what are they going to do? They're going to test your patience. They are going to test your loyalty to what you believe that dividend is. And they are going to increase this price little by little as it gets closer to the ex-dividend date. That's right. We're going to get a new ex-dividend date. And they are going to tease us with prices. They'll push this up, as you see here, $1.55. Maybe they'll push it up to $1.75. Maybe they'll push it up to $2. Maybe they'll jump it up to $3 and $5 and see, will people be willing to sell at these prices because they want your shares for cheap, because they know what this is worth, and they're going to bump it up a little bit. That's what big money can do. They can bump this price up to get retail to sell the shares, and they're there to scoop them up. And I've always said too, it would not surprise me if one day, now we know once this goes away, it will go to zero at one point. After the ex-dividend date, it will go to zero and it'll just disappear until there is a sale. That's pretty much what John Berta has confirmed. So yeah, the market makers are holding this down. That's right. That's basically here what we got. Barry saying the market maker is holding it down for cover. That's exactly what it is. Because what do market makers know about retail? The average retail investor has no patience. That's right. The longer this sets here at $1, $1.25, $1.10, $1.50, $2, people's going to get impatient. People's going to sell because they're just tired of waiting. They don't believe in the company. And we see a lot of people make those comments. I don't trust George. I'm selling out. I'm moving on. And trust me, those market makers are happy to buy your shares at $1.55. They are begging you to please sell your shares to them at $1.55. I'm telling you, they are begging, they are asking, and they're going to probably raise us up again. They're going to test us. They may raise it up to $2 and bring it back down to $1 just to see if they can shake any weak hands out and selling their stuff. But I pretty much said, I'm not selling anything until I see what METATERRY is going to offer me. Now, unless this thing would go crazy and it starts getting up to that $25 to $50 range, because, average is 29 to 46, but we have seen with the current oil prices that this thing could get up to $70 to $80. But would I consider trimming a little bit, maybe 10% of my position at like $20, $25? I probably would. That would cover like all my costs, and I'd be riding the rest on what MetaMaterial is going to give me. But I'm not really worried about that yet, because I'm not selling this unless I see like $20 up there. I may sell a small position to cover my initial investment. After I cover my initial investment, then basically the rest is just home free. That's basically what it is. And it wouldn't take much. If I sold these at 20 a piece after buying them for, I was buying these at 60 cents, 80 cents, $1, $1.10, $1.30. I bought them the whole way up, and I'll just keep buying. That's the way I'm going to do. These prices are a joke in my opinion. Okay. So hope that makes that clear. We got Kevin here saying, in your opinion, is it better to get the stock payout instead of a cash payout? Well, that depends. If you're looking for a stock, then you can hold it. So just for example, a lot of people like to use ConocoPhillips. So if ConocoPhillips buys out the Torchlight, then that means you're going to get ConocoPhillips shares. And if you hold those ConocoPhillips shares, you will not be taxed on that because you're holding stock. Now, you'll get dividends, which could be taxed, but you'll be holding ConocoPhillips stock, and there will be no tax on that. Because we know Berta's made that comment before. John Berta has said he wants a tax-free event. So if an oil company would buy it and they exchange their shares for the value of the Oilco shares, that could be something. So let's just say they average each Oilco share at like $30, just an example. And if ConocoPhillips is trading at $90, for every like 3 Oilco shares, you would get 1 ConocoPhillips shares, and that's how that would work. Just as a example. So looking here at the current oil prices, WTI crude at $110, Brent crude at $113, and natural gas is $6.80. Oil has came down a little bit, so I guess that's kind of good and bad. I guess a little bad for the dividend, but oil's still above 100, so the dividend's looking good. They'll take that into a rolling average. I don't think it's really going to affect the dividend at all. Oil players are still going to want this land. If the 3.2 billion barrels projected, they're still going to want it. So let's look here at the Fintel on MMAT and see what we got. So look at this here. This is very interesting. Now, we've been covering this for a while. The days to cover. I believe we had a little short coverage today. Now, that's just my personal opinion, because this was setting at 16 to 17 days to cover. And now all of a sudden we're down to 10 days to cover. So that means there was a lot of short coverage. It had to be. And as we get out here, look at some of these numbers, we're going to see some interesting numbers to say the least. So short squeeze score setting at 72.10, rank 1,143 out of 5,400 stocks. Sorry. But look at this here, though. The short shares that are available is 0. That's right, 0. There is no shares available to short, which is great. So this brokerage is basically out of shares for them to use. Now, there's other brokerages out there that they can use, so yeah. But this brokerage is not. All right. But look at this here, though. The short borrow fee. This is where it gets interesting. So the short borrow fee, 73.51. So it is very expensive because at this prime brokerage, there's no shares to lend, borrow, short, whatever. They don't have no more shares. They're gone. So they have to wait for someone to return the shares to lend them out again. But as we see here, 73.5% as of today on the Fintel. So very expensive. But this here was the most interesting thing I've seen in looking at the numbers. Now, I've been covering this Fintel information for a long time. Ever since I've been pretty much bought the Fintel, buying the Fintel. I pay for this on a quarterly basis. So I do buy this for every 3 months and bring you guys this information. And I could not tell you one of the last times I've seen a FINRA short volume ratio at a 27%, guys. I don't know if I can tell you when. I don't know. It's been a long time. I mean, we're used to seeing in this minimum in the 40s. Very rarely would you see a 30s. And I just don't remember last time we seen a 20. I don't know. I mean, you tell me. Anyone out there keeps track of that? I couldn't tell you last time we seen a FINRA short volume ratio in the 20s. So it's kind of weird. Did the shorts kind of take it easy on us today? which would lead us to this massive run up today, because if the shorts aren't shorting and they're just buying, then the price is going to go up. And that's pretty much what happened here. Buy, and no shorting, no sell, really. Everything was getting bought up. So that's very interesting. We're going to keep that in mind. So, yeah, I just don't ever remember seeing, because look at that there. I mean, back on the 17th, it was a 68, and it drops down to a 27. So the shorts were taking it easy on us today. Aggregate short volume ratio did update to a 34.39. So it jumped up a good bit, about 8% or so here. Hey, hello, Meta Robert. Welcome in, Robert. We got some comments here. I got to catch up on y'all's comments. We got Richard K. Richard K, the current valuation is based on oil from the 5 test wells. When would they be able to factor in the natural gas? That is a good point, because the natural gas, we have not really got much on it. I know Roller Pigeon did a video on the natural gas. I had not done much research on the natural gas and how that would all work out, other than looking at the oil prices, and it gives you the natural gas price. But I think Roller Pigeon did a video. I think the natural gas for what we have on Torchlight could add about $5 to $7 in dividend price if that natural gas is on there that we think it is. So that could be very good as well. All right, we got Mercy Received. He is a member of the channel, man. Thank you so much, Mercy. What if the company that buys like Conoco doesn't have the shares to cover? Would they issue more shares to pay us? Yes. Now, one thing I can say, though, a lot of oil companies have been doing share buybacks. So I would be very shocked if they would, in a sense, dilute shareholders to acquire this. Not saying they wouldn't, but maybe they would do something like half, maybe they have enough shares for half. Maybe they had to dilute the other half. That'd be up to that company to decide that. But like I said, ConocoPhillips, man, that'd be a fantastic stock to have. Of course, you want to take a little bit of profit off the table and go enjoy yourself. But man, just letting that ConocoPhillips sit there for a while, woo, collecting them divvies, that's what I'm talking about, man. Wynn says, future meta millionaire, yes, sir. All right. Okay, so yeah, we're just clearing up. If you're talking about MMTLP, which was Torchlight, soon going to be Oilco, that is the 165 million Series A preferred share. There was we did see that Oilco has 250 million shares, so we're thinking it could be like 1.5. You may get 1.5 share of Oilco for every 1 share of MMTLP, but that's not official. We will see how that breaks down. I don't know if the other shares would go into a holding for some reason for Oilco. I'm not sure, but we do know that for MMTLP, the 164.9 million, whatever it was, is the limit. There is no more than that. So keep that in mind. Which oil stock do you think all would be the best to obtain? I myself would like ConocoPhillips, but I'm happy with any of them. I mean, Ali recently just did a video of the top 8 oil companies that have potential to buy out MMTLP, which is Oilco. And I'd be happy with any 8 of them, honestly. I mean, that's just me. I'm going to be happy with any buyout, because if you don't want the shares, you can just sell them out into the market. So you have that choice. All right, and I think we covered that. Okay, yes, we did. So covered all that good stuff. Now, I got to get into one point here real quick. There was a viewer out there. So there was a viewer out there that asked me, Smokey, and Roller Pigeon to do a live stream together. So Smokey or Roller Pigeon created a group chat, and we are working on getting that set up. So here's Smokey's tweet. Has been requested. So he sent out a request to Roller Pigeon and me for a joint live stream. So yes, we are working on that. So that will come. So I'll put out an update, and Roller Pigeon will, Smokey will. We'll all put out an update on, probably do it on Smokey's channel, don't really matter. But we'll do it on someone's channel, and we'll let you all know when we're all going to get on there and do a live stream together. So stay tuned for that bad boy, because that should be interesting. All right. All right. So I think the easiest way to do it is, let's start out on George's page. So George hasn't tweeted anything really since the 17th. So it's kind of interesting, this opto dot here. We had this opto dot and the other stuff here. And George here talks about processed water from the O&G operations considered largest single source of waste generated in the U.S. Membranes offer ultra to make water safe. With additional effort, we go to nano filtration standards, meaning filtering out metal ions, lithium. So very interesting there that comes out, and we get that there. So Dallas says if we've been already holding for a year, then what? So I would like to think if you've already been holding for a year, that should, well, I'm no expert on this, and I don't know how that works out. But if they convert it into oil co, I don't know if that still considers in long-term capital gains. So I'm not sure. That would be a great question once all this comes out. Hopefully George, and then we'll have that in the... Dave is asking, where can you buy MMTLP? So people commented. You got E-Trade. You got TradeStation, I think Charles Schwab. You got TD Ameritrade, JP Morgan. Anyone else have comments of where you can buy it? Yeah, so someone here saying they believe the cuspic change resets the 1-year clock. And that's what I'm afraid of. So I don't want to say yes or no to that, because, yeah, that's definitely going to be a question for your tax advisor, because once they change cuspis, that could be different. We've been holding MMTLP, but if it changes to oil co, that could change your start time. But I don't know. So like I said, you're definitely going to have to ask a tax advisor on that one. Bob says you could buy my shares at 80. I have over 10. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, Bob? That'd be fantastic. All right, so let's see what George has here on his tweets and replies. Okay, yeah, so George also talked about this here. With the recent acquisitions, we heard a lot about EVs. Any thought on other Li-ion batteries like phones, drones, computers, and power tools? Now, I found this, like I said, this is me going over my thoughts, my opinions, whether I'm right or wrong, speculation, call it what it is. This is me going over my personal opinion. For George to add power tools in there, I find that very interesting because he just replied power tools. So it makes me think we could see an update or some kind of news come out here with a deal with someone with power tools. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So I don't know. I just found that when I saw that tweet, I'm like, that's kind of interesting that George threw out power tools, because he didn't have to say power tools, in my opinion. He could have just answered the regular question, but he threw out their power tools. So, yeah. So there we go. That's just my opinion on that. Take that for what it's worth. Okay, so that's pretty much that. So George didn't really have too much, but now we got to go to, yeah, exactly. We got AMC or partnership with Roby or DeWalt would be amazing. That's what I'm saying, man. Monty, hello, Terry, and everyone. Yes. Welcome in, everyone. Everyone, make sure you smash that like button on the way in. It really helps out the channel. Leave a comment down below. You guys know it does all that good stuff. All right, so we got to go to John Berta's tweets and replies. And I think I may need to go back to the 17th here, because let's just say John Berta was very active and there was a lot of tweets to cover. So that's why I wanted to come out here and do a live stream on this and kind of go over it. So I think that'd be the easiest way. Just going through the comments here real quick, seeing if there's anything I missed. Anyone has any questions, please leave your question down below. Okay, so I think this first one here, yeah, I think we're getting close to where it's all started. All right, if I miss anything, we'll definitely go back and we'll definitely go back, and I'll come back out and probably do separate videos on this as well. But like I said, I wanted to come out here and do that. Richard says, are you working on your abs like roller pitching? That is a no. I am not working on my abs like roller pitching. No, I'm not. All right, so, okay. So we got this tweet here. This is very interesting. Kyle, at John Berta, when you say researching what went wrong with MMTLP and how to prevent that from happening again, I read that as you don't want Oilco shares to be tradable and instead intend it to be a private company. On the right track. And he has a GIF here. You might be on to something. So I find that very interesting, which we know right there that they are going to make sure they have the best lawyers, the best attorneys to make sure that that does not happen again. And I'm sure they have people working on that to make sure it does not happen. That's that there. All right. We got welcome in Pedro. We got Manny. Still holding tons of MMTLP, never sold, but $5, $10 I'm selling, buddy. Not going to take the gamble on Oilco. You can reinvest in a down market, cheap price for the wave. Full money is dead money. Foul money is dead money. Like I said, your price target is your decision. You set your price targets and you sell at what price you want. All right, what do we got here? All right, so here we got where John Berta is replying to George's post about this here. Hang on a second. We got naked sex streamer. We got to hide the user on the channel because we don't want any of that in here. Any spam. Come on, man. Coming in here with the stuff like that, trying to spam up your boy's channel. I don't think so. But anyway, so John Berta says about the waste in the oil and gas. Here we go. It's a huge market and wasted resource that oil and gas companies pay handsomely for. Also, he is right. In some wells, you filter out the lithium and other useful products into the produced water. So, nice to see John Berta getting a little extra insight into the oil and gas assets there. So this one here was an interesting one to say the least. We got this thread here. Got to give a shout out here to Meta Support Channel. He did a tweet out here on Tony Market Move's video about the thoughts on a MOAS, the mother of all short squeezes and what to expect. Now, John Berta replied back saying that although this video has a lot correct, it has some issues wrong about the divvy. I'm not sure shorts can stay short in this case. We will see. So Tony did come back and do another video correcting this. So it is interesting. You got to go watch these videos because Tony did a fantastic job on these videos. So here you can see, agreed, John Berta. Once a number is announced, that starts everything in motion from short positions, not having only to exit, but also pay back the legacy shorts from the torch. Finally. Here he says, not exactly. It's been announced that divvy will be in the form of shares. Therefore, the S1 filed and the process for the divvy is described. The path will be set. The shorts will have to deliver a share of Oilco somehow to the folks they borrowed from, if still short. So this is where it's getting interesting because we were expecting to get a, maybe in a sense when this gets filed, a dividend price. That is not what they said. They pretty much said right here that I guess we were just looking into it too much. We're going to get an Oilco share, that's for sure. Now, once that Oilco share gets a buyer, in a sense, they could have a buyer in place, but they can't say that yet. But let's say they don't have a buyer. Once it's through, they get a buyer, then they can put a price on that Oilco share. Let's say that there is a buyer. Once it's private, they can announce it. Once it's private. And the shorts are going to be stuck. So as we go in here, person here says, when they can't buy Oilco, wouldn't they have to buy MMAT to cover the Oilco value? And this here is interesting. This is the big one because this was rumored out here for a while. that if they could not cover Oilco, could they buy MMAT instead to cover the Oilco value? John Berta here says they have to buy Oilco, not MMAT, in order to cover. Oilco is the spin-out company with no remaining relationship with MMAT other than the note, which is the what the note is. And then Doug here, our buddy Doug C, he always provides the Charles Schwab updates on the lending amounts they're paying people. But he says that John Berta, if Oilco is private, how do they buy Oilco? And John Berta has the gif here of exactly how do they do it. That's going to be the interesting point. We got a question here. So let's go over here. Bobby Luther, hey Terry, I was wondering if we get 1.51 shares of Oilco for every one of MMTLP, then what happens when they sell? Do we get one share for every share of Oilco, or how does that work? So just trying to see here. So I want to make sure I answer this correctly. So let's just say, for example, for Bobby's question. Hey, Smokey, what's going on, brother? I was just telling all the members a little bit ago that me, you, and Roller Pigeon is going to be planning out a live stream. So I told him we will keep an eye on that. So very interesting. All right. I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for the live stream, and we'll have to plan out what we're going to do, but it'll be a good time. All right, Bobby. So let's just say, for example, you have 10 shares of MMTLP. You then get that switched to Oilco. If they do the 1.51 shares, you will have roughly 15 shares of Oilco. So when they sell, do we get one share for every share of Oilco? How does that work? So no, I mean, if you have your 10 shares of MMTLP and they do that conversion of 1.51, you will have 15 shares of Oilco. So then you will have 15 shares of Oilco to do, well, pretty much it'll be private. We already know it's going to be a private company. So you have to hold that until they make a decision on what's going to happen. Hey, Bezos, what's going on? William, what's going on? William representing the Facebook group. All right. So Doug here says then, so they will have to pay whatever. I'm willing to sell that at a certain degree. And John Berta says, good question. If I were trapped, I would start by calling people. Hello. I need to buy your shares, man. I need to buy your shares. Man, we got 213 people. Let's freaking go. This is amazing, man. You guys are killing it tonight. Let's go. Live stream is just popping. Man, you all are killing it tonight. I'm sorry I left you guys for a couple of days, but geez, I love it. I'm loving you all are here, man. This is awesome. This is awesome. I'm truly tickled. Because I took a couple of days off. If you all were wondering, if you came in late, I just took a couple of days off, be with family and friends. That was pretty much it. Took time off. All right. Yeah, man, everyone smash thumbs up. Let's try to get over 100 likes. We said we got 76 likes in there. We should easily have at least 50% of likes in there. I like to get more than that, but we'll take 50%. All right, so here we got this here, John Berta, down here farther. So we got this here. Warren Nelly says, so John, didn't you mention earlier that would need to be a new divvy record date announced? Isn't there a 10-day period following, during which time the shorts would have to buy up as much MMTLP possible before it goes bye-bye? Otherwise, they're screwed. Is that right? And here we got one of the good guys saying, what I read, when a company goes private, I think that it's essentially what's happening here. If the shorts don't have time to cover, they cover what's left at the price the day company goes private. Could be a problem. MMTLP is cheap at the time of the spin out. So these are two different posts here, people putting out what they think, and we appreciate that. But John Berta here comes out and says, there's a problem on the last day. That problem lies with those shorts, legit or otherwise. The broker dealers that allowed it, if it is cheap like you say, is there a law that states Oilco must sell shares to cover that price? Short answer, no. So there you go. We are not forced to create additional shares for them to do, because the broker dealers, if they're putting them out there, they are saying that they have it. That's what I was saying when I was back buying these from Fidelity. So I was basically saying, if we're buying, like if I'm buying these from Fidelity, Fidelity is responsible to get them from, let's say I think it was Knights Equity, that is the broker that's saying that Fidelity's holding these shares for Knights Equity. And Knights Equity is going to be forced to give Fidelity those shares to give to me. That's Knights Equity problem. And if it's not Knight Equity, it's going to be Fidelity's problem, because they are promised to me that those shares are mine. They're legit. That you get the divvy. They promise it. So that is the broker dealer's problem to get me those shares at whatever price it costs. And Fidelity is going to lay the hammer down on those broker dealers to get those shares. And they say they already have them locked up. So not really worried there. I think the reason that Fidelity has really slowed down is because that Knights Equity, the Knights Equity is running out. I think they're running out of shares. And Fidelity is saying, you're getting too low. We got to do something here, because say they have 1 million shares, and if Fidelity's ran out of the 1 million shares of what Knights Equity have, they're saying, hey, we can't do this anymore. So that's pretty much what's going on. We got a couple more here. What do we got? Bobby was saying, hey, sorry, I was asking, will we get the other company that buys? Well, yeah. So Bobby, your question, if you had your 10 shares MMTLP, that converts to Oilco. You now have Oilco. If it converts at 1.51, you have your 15 shares of Oilco. Now, all depends on if Oilco is valued, let's say, at $30 a piece. Let's say the Torchlight land and all, after all the fees and payouts, it's valued at $30 a share. Let's say ConocoPhillips buys Oilco. Let's just say ConocoPhillips price is $90. So it's going to take you 3 shares of Oilco to get 1 share of ConocoPhillips. So that's what it's going to be. So if you have 15 shares of Oilco valued at $30 a piece, and ConocoPhillips buys it, and that share is $90 a piece, your 15 shares of Oilco will go into ConocoPhillips, and you will have 5 shares of ConocoPhillips. So I hope that kind of explains just a quick example of what would happen. And we did hear in these tweets that I think that was it there. Okay, yes, so that was that. Now we got people here making comment, and like I said, we made comment. Oh, I got off Berta. No, I don't want to get off Berta. Donald M. Run to the 20 before Oilco. I may sell half before Oilco and see what happens with the rest. Like I said, Donald, there is nothing wrong with you setting your price. Everyone has their own financial situation. And it'd be tempting seeing that sitting there at $20. I'm not going to lie, it'd be tough. I mean, we know what this thing is worth, but just seeing it sitting there would be like, man, could I just take a little bit? Can I take a little bit of my shares and get a little bit of money? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking a little profit off the table. We got a super chat from Jenny. Jenny, thank you so much. Appreciate the support. It means a lot. You don't even know, guys. It means so much. You guys have been just killing it here in the chat. I love all the support, man. I did not expect this many people. I'm super excited. Is MMT pump tomorrow? I hope it does. I hope it does keep pumping. We need this to go. Yeah, and like Smokey here said, never be ashamed of taking profits. And, I told you here at the beginning of this stream, oh no, we got another spammer. Let me block them out of here again. They just keep creating more accounts. All right, there we go. Oh, Winston asked, did I check out the Excel and Patreon? I did not get to check it out yet, but I will. So real quick, if we're buying shares that, like I was buying at 60 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, $1, $1.20, $1.30, even bought some here $1.50 before. There is nothing wrong with you setting the price. If this hits $10, $15, $20, say, hey, I want to sell a little bit to take my initial investment out. So let's say you invested $5,000 into MMTLP. There's nothing wrong with selling a little bit of shares and recouping that initial investment. And then that way the rest is a free ride. You know what I mean? A free ride. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong if you choose to sell, double your money and let the rest ride. But if you want to sell 25%, 50%, 75% of price, you got to make your own price targets. You got to make your price targets that'll make you happy if you sell. All right, going back here through Berta's stuff. Yeah, this was some great, interesting stuff. All right, we got our buddy Tony here. Yeah, man. You know what's great about this live stream? This live stream is great because I'm hoping it's bringing in new people for hope it's bringing in new people to understand metamaterials, MMTLP, the potential of this MOAS, the mother of all short squeezes that we are going to be having. I know Donald says no 2020. I need to get some 2020. I got to get the Mad Dog 2020 out. I have to do it. I may have to walk up to the store tomorrow and get a bottle and bring it in for you guys, because you guys remember the Mad Dog, man. We used to celebrate, and I believe we're definitely going to be popping the bottles once this stuff goes private. All right, so Tony here made his correction video, and oh, here we go. All right, so here we got Tony posting. Jenny made a funny comment. Terry, have you bought your bird suit yet? No, I have not. If y'all don't know about that, you know Roller Pigeon wears the bird suit. So Allie from Trading Secrets said if the dividend is $20 or higher, he would buy a bird suit and fly from the UK to Roller Pigeon's house and do a live stream of Roller Pigeon at her house in Texas. So that's pretty cool. I said, hey, if he's willing to do that, if that divvy is 20 bucks, I said, I'll go buy a bird suit and we'll do it here on the live stream. So that's right. That's my part in this. If it is 20 bucks, I'm going to get a bird suit. I'm going to let the people vote on the bird suit. We'll do a poll. We'll do whatever people vote on that day, and I will go try to buy that suit. So whether we got to make sure it's something out there, I got to make sure I can buy it off Amazon, eBay, or something, guys. So I'll have to find out what suits are available, and we will make it happen. Yeah, everyone smash the thumbs up, man. Let's keep it going. Let's get this baby trending on YouTube. Let's get people out there to understand about metamaterials, about MMTLP, about the potential squeeze of the dividend that these shorts are going to be in. All right. We got a good question here from Ray Anthony. He says, hey, Terry, I'm late here, brother. How much do you think MMT will run up prior to Oil Co? Thanks. Now, that's a great question, and that's a tough one, because looking here at MMTLP today, ran up 21%. Now, my personal opinion, I've said this a little earlier in the video, that I think these market makers are going to start testing. They're going to start testing our, I guess you want to say, patience, testing our sell limits, testing our, patience with this. And they're going to raise this up a little bit and see where's people selling at prices. And that's what they want to do. So that's why they brought it up here to $1.55 today. Now, was there people selling at $1.55? I guess there had to be someone selling, because 771,000 in volume was out there. So something had to happen there. Do I think this could go up to $2, $3, $5, $10? Absolutely. You best believe it, because the closer this gets to the ex-dividend date before it goes private, the shorts are going to try to get that at any price. And it would not surprise me if it ran even higher than that. It's even possible, because you got to remember, if they could buy for $5, $10, if people had those limits, that is really going to help them out in covering a lot of those naked shorts they have from Torchlight. Do I think they have enough? No. No, they don't. No, they don't at all. I think they're really short. I think they're going to be screwed in this situation, and we're going to see some fantastic stuff come out here with the Oil Co going private, man. I think something really special is going to happen, and I definitely want to be a part of it, and that's why I keep accruing my shares through TradeStation. All right, so back here to this. Tony here said he posted a correction video about MMTLP and Oil Co shares, and he said, thank you at John Berta. If you see anything wrong I did in this video, please don't hesitate. I will attempt to correct. Your comments are very much appreciated by the shareholder. And so this is a great video you want to watch. because this pretty much here is a correction of the video he just did. And John Berta says, just a small point. The S1 is not filed yet, but will be soon. Once they approve it, no other requirements that I am aware of, other than notice to shareholders of distribution and the cancellation of Series A preferred MMTLP. Otherwise, good video and good cover your ace. So he put there, cover your ace there. Tony always says that he's not a financial advisor. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So that's what he says in all his videos, which of course we know. We have that disclaimer down in the bottom. You know, I'm just the average day guy out here sharing my thoughts, my journey of what I believe to be one of the greatest stocks on the stock market. Also one of the great possible dividend plays out there in the market. So I'm just super excited about it. Like I said, I'm ready to go, man. Like I said, if you guys, yes, actually, you know what? Let me get Tony's video here, because this is the one.
And welcome to the show. Today is June 19th, 20.
Let me see. Let me pull up YouTube real quick. And let me go to home. Let me pull up Tony. Market moves MMA2. Yeah, I want to pull up this video. I want to put it in the link here. I'm going to put it here in the link for you guys. Yeah, the correction video. This is a 12-minute video.
Materials, Torchlight preferred shares. We are talking.
And I think this is a video you guys should really watch, because this is the one relating to John Berta giving that comment back. All right. Still, we got 213 people, man. Let's go. Thank you all so much. We got the ad there, of course. Thank you all so much. All right, there we go. Had to mute that there for a second. All right, so here we go. Let me put this in here. Tony, market, oh, moves. Oh, what happened, Tony? All right, so let's hope that works. I know, what's the Smokey? I'm telling you, man, I've been looking at these bikes. He says he loves his hay bike. I ride it to work every day. That's funny, because they put that ad on there because I've been, you know, looking at these videos. I got the ad right here, hay bike. They've been sending me all kind of, you know, advertisements. You know how the Google Analytics go, man. Google Analytics, they know what you're searching. So what do? Yeah, they put me there. All right, up to 140 likes, man. Thank you all so much. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go back here. I put the link there for Tony Market Moves video, the correction video. Hey, what's going on? There he is. Speaking of the devil, there's Tony Market Moves right there. Yeah, man, what's going on, buddy? Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you want to know stuff about MMTLP, roller pitching, and you got to watch Tony for Market Moves. He has some great videos out there. I just put his link to his correction video where John Berta here talks about this, guys. And, you know, we got this here on the correction video. And let me go back here. He posted the correction. And the only point he really had, so keep this in mind. If you watch this video and Tony says, please, John Berta, if you see anything wrong in this video, please don't hesitate. Your comments are appreciated. So he's basically saying, if you see anything wrong in this correction video, please leave a comment down below. And John Berta watched the video because he's making a comment on it, which is awesome. And he's just saying that the S1 is not filed yet, but it will be soon. No other requirements. So if you watch that video and listen to what Tony says in that video, and this is the only thing that John Berta really has to say, that's very bullish in my opinion. Very freaking bullish. Yeah, man. So Yeah, good stuff right there. Yeah, we got, hey, welcome in, D. What's going on, brother? Yeah, very good point here. Somebody made a fortune last year on AMC. It went from under $3 to $60. Exactly. That's the kind of stuff can happen. You could be sitting here laughing right now. Metamaterials trading at $1.74. But keep in mind, guys, AMC went on a short squeeze run. The retail investor got behind it. And all it takes is a little bit of momentum. Now, AMC has a huge cult following. We're not going to lie, man. AMC has the cult following. We don't have as much people as a cult following as AMC has. We got to understand that's the truth. But could we run this price up? Absolutely. Is there enough shorts in this bad boy to run it up, make them cover? Absolutely. Could we run up to $60? I don't know if we could run this up to $60 on MMAT, but it's possible. Anything is possible, man. I think this could easily run back up to $10, $15, $20. That's what they're giving the freaking price target here, $28. Could that be, yeah, Smokey makes a good point. We got real fundamentals. Now, AMC isn't based upon the fundamentals. That is more of a movement style play. And yes, I support the movement, absolutely. This one here, as we call, is going to be the generational stock, the unicorn stock. This stock, 10 years down the road, is going to be in everything and everything pretty much out there in the world. That's pretty much the way it's going to be. Metamaterials is going to be in everything and anything, man. They are going to be a part of everything. Yeah, good point here. I didn't think about that. Tony said, if we keep the low float that we pretty much got right now, because AMC does have a lot of shares. So that's a big difference. We're going to be a little over 300 million shares after this new acquisition we got. AMC has a lot of shares. We do not. And one thing to keep in mind, AMC did not have like any kind of dividend payout coming where the shareholders could reinvest back into it. This one does. So keep that in mind. If we get 20, 30, 40, 50, $60 and people take a little bit of that money and put back in the MMAT with a low float, big moves could happen, man. Big moves can happen. So, yeah. Tony says, MMAT, great long-term and short-term. Absolutely. MMAT has been a great trader stock. If you're a trader here in the short term, the stock's been, I know Smokey, man, if you want to see great technical analysis of the fundamentals of a stock and the, he does all the charts, man. Smokey's the guy to go look to on the charts. Yeah, that would be pretty nice. That'd be great if Meta would do some share buybacks. That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, that'd be good to see if we got more of that. So Ray here says, so how much you guys think the price for MMAT if it squeezes? You know, we got market moves here saying $100. It's possible. I mean, it really is. When you're talking about a squeeze of a stock of a, and you got to think too, man. Keep this in mind. Let's say there is a buyer. Let's say there is a buyer and we get a cash payout or we get stock and everyone decides to sell some stock. And everyone wants to take 10%, 20%, 30% of their money. Let's say you get $10,000. Just say you get $10,000 from MMTLP. Yeah, so let's say you get $10,000 MMTLP cash payout. How much of that would you be willing to put back into metamaterials? Would you buy $1,000 worth? Would you buy $2,000 worth? Would you buy it all? Would you put all $10,000 back in metamaterials? You got to keep in mind, every investor does that. Every investor that does that, it's going to make some crazy price action because the shorts are not going to be able to keep the price down because you got to remember all this money is going to be coming in at one time within probably a few weeks because you got people that if they get shares of a stock, they may decide to sell out and they're going to get that money and they're going to be figuring out, well, maybe I'll throw a couple thousand back in MMAT. And if everyone did that, this thing this thing could go colossal. It could go massive, man. So keep that in mind. We got Tony here saying market moves. I think Berta thinks MMTLP could squeeze to well over asset value prices. And that is possible. Like I said, this is important for MMTLP to set your sell limits, guys. Whatever you think your target price is on the dividend. I mean, if you have a target price of $30 and this thing's trading at $100, wouldn't you want to sell it? I mean, if you think it's worth $30 and it's trading at $100, you may want to take a little profit at $100. Because that could be at the peak, peak spike of this, man. So, like I said, you got to set your sell limits out there. Not saying you want to sell it all out, because it could run up to 120, 150. It could go even more. So, yeah, anything is possible, guys. So, we've been going for a little over an hour here. I think I'm going to call it end the stream. I do want to thank everyone for joining in today. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you to Jenny for sending that super chat early on. Yeah, that's awesome. So thank you, Jenny, for the super chat. Really helps the channel. Also, real quick, YouTube has a new special feature. I just want to share this with you because if any of your favorite metamaterials YouTuber is out there and you're watching the video and you really like their content. So I don't care if it's me, I don't care if it's Smokey, I don't care if it's Roller Pigeon, Tony, but there's a new feature on YouTube where if you're watching someone's regular video and you want to give thanks, there's a thing now called Super Thanks. Now, I haven't seen where if you click the Super Thanks, you can send a super chat and you can put in a message here. So that's pretty cool. You could send in a message to your favorite YouTuber by just doing that. You can do $2, $5, $10, $50, whatever you want to do. You can put in a message like, thank you for your work, thank you for the videos, thank you for the support, whatever you want to put in there, you can do that. So I haven't seen where I could view, I found where I could view those at. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Trust me, those things go a long way. We do these live streams, super chats help. Now they got those super thanks, so you could do that on regular videos. It doesn't have to be a live stream. So you could be watching any of your favorite YouTubers' video and you think they did a great job and you want to give them a little extra support, you can give them a super thanks. So keep that in mind as well. So guys, that is all I got for you in today's video. Like I said, thank you all for your support. We had over 250, 230, 260 people in the chat, man. It was booming up. Thing was fantastic. Yeah, that's my thought. Basically sum up real quick. Still bullish as ever, man. I think this thing's gonna be something special. I'm still looking to acquire more through TradeStation every couple of weeks to buy more of what I can. That's what I want to do. I want to buy, even if it's 10 shares, 50 shares, 100 shares. I just want to buy what I can because once this thing goes, it's going to be interesting to say the least. So hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I will catch you all next video, guys. Peace.